Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne podcast. I'm your host, the one and only King freaking Kansas, bring you a special day or special presentation of our show. So on Sunday, I decided to do on Saturday because I couldn't wait longer anymore, guys. You guys know from the thumbnails, I'm here to tackle Stranger Things Season 5, Part 2, episode or chapters 5, 6, and 7 and give you guys my immediate reaction and review. I'm not going to go through every single detail, guys. I'm just going to basically give you what stood out from all those episodes that I got out of this. How did I like it? And of course, at the end of it, give you guys my kind of predictions for the finale that's happening 4 days from now on New Year's Eve day. But I'm going to be bringing it to you the 1st of January, aka first day of 2026, and that'll be our first volume 8, show, episode, review, whatever content for next year, because then we're going to be back officially February 1st, and things are going to go bananas, especially with this channel, of course, the new Anime Throne. So either way, we'll be here. So anyways, guys, so it's Stranger Things Part 2. It was released December 25th, 2025. By the Duffer Brothers. Episode 5 was called Shock Jock. That was about an hour and 8 minutes. Chapter 6 / episode 6, which I call normally, Escape from Comazotz. Hopefully I pronounced that right. It was an hour and 15 minutes. And then episode 7, chapter 7, for all you normal people there. The Bridge. That was an hour and 6 minutes, okay? So, let me give you a brief synopsis of all of these things before I dive into my reaction, guys. So, Chapter 5, Shock Jock. The gang hatches an electrifying plan to reconnect with Will in his mind. Tensions flaring up during a search of the Upside Down's Hawking's lab. That's pretty much it for that one. Chapter 6, Escape from Comazotz. Max and Holly fight to escape Vecna's mind. Elle must find a way to Will's mind because he's all zapped. You guys will know from episode chapter 5. You guys can look it for yourself. Joyce wrestles with guilt. Jonathan and Nancy face a key point in their relationship. That's what I have to say about that one. Chapter 7, The Bridge. On the anniversary of Will's disappearance, the party reunites to prepare for a battle with world-altering implications with Vecna. So that's pretty much the synopsis and all that stuff, guys. Okay, so my thoughts. The key parts that I think that stood out, which needed to be addressed, was, of course, Molly and Max's demise. What's going on with them? Are they going to get rescued? Is Max ever going to come back to her body and whatever the hell? We got that in this episode, guys. It was a long struggle for Max to make it back to her real body. Molly, unfortunately, you guys know, spoiler alert, I don't care. She has to remain back because she can't go with Max through that door because it leads to Max's body. She needs to go find her own body, whatever the hell, back in the Upside Down and shit. It's kind of scary. It's like, damn, you're going to leave this poor little girl there or whatever to fend for herself. She goes a whole bunch of stuff. She falls through a crack and whatever, and then the team realizes that she's there, and that's kind of like a cliffhanger in the 7th one. Max going back, that was pretty cool. It wasn't the music that brought her back and stuff like that. You see a whole bunch of stuff that leading there, thinking, whatever, and Molly's the one who helps her get back to her body. Meanwhile, they're being attacked in the right world up in Hawking's, in the hospital by these demigorgons there. They're running around. She's kind of like unconscious and stuff like that while this is all going on. So it levels up the suspense for everybody. You know, the rescuer, the mom blows up the laundry thing, saves and kills all of them and whatever, and they're sparing their life. So you're like, okay, who's going to die in the hospital? Nobody dies. So nobody dies over the 3 episodes, guys. So a couple of close ones. Even Nancy and Jonathan, their little whatever, they had their moment because they went through this building that had like liquefied something there, ooze I want to call it, beige ooze, and it looks like everything was going to collapse on them, and they decided to confess to each other that, you know what, as much as we love each other, we're never meant to be together, and he was going to give her a ring, and then they promised or whatever the bullshit to be together. Dumb. But I guess we knew that was coming. Whatever. I don't know if she's gonna get together with Steve. I don't know on that front. Hopper, whatever, they had their own little thing. They were trying to get back. Nobody was at the church, and they end up getting back. You got the other one that's with 11. I can't remember. I don't know if it was 10 or 12, whatever the hell that girl. I don't like her. I don't trust her. It's more she's like a Debbie Downer. She's kind of like putting these negative thoughts and things in Elle's head that, you know what, that happy ending you want is never going to happen. They're going to end up tracking you down because the solution is that they need your blood. As long as you're alive, they can make another Vecna and shit can happen over and over and over. Because there was a part that you kind of got the backstory of this other character, 12, 10, whatever her name is. That's her good friend from back season 3, I guess. Even the way she escapes, guys, kind of weird because Linda Hamilton's character touches. She finds out that it's like an image or something. It was staged for them to escape or give them enough time to escape. And she didn't like super freak out. She kind of expected it. So I don't know what the hell's going on and what implications are going on that front. But might be nothing. But maybe she's just calm and collected and she's going to do what she's going to do, right? But yeah, you've seen a little backstory that she found out she was like about maybe like 10 steps away from escaping or 5 minutes away or something. She goes through this corridor and all you see is these row by row or room by room pregnant ladies hooked up to her blood because they kept on siphoning blood from her to kind of like create the next Vecna or something or whatever the hell. That's what she believed, which that's what she said, which I don't know if I believe it or buy it. But every single room had blood going into it. They were all pregnant and stuff. And that's how 11 and her were both conceived. So they're trying to do that. And that's what she kind of like sees that and realizes my blood didn't work and they were all dying and suffering. They're after you. That's why she's so adamant at getting to you, and she wants your blood and do the same shit. So then you got these negative thoughts in her thing saying, you know what? Her and Will are going to go live whatever. But no, because of this whole bridge thing, because we find out that the upside down whatever might not be the two places that are involved. It's kind of like a wormhole that's attached to another place up top with their world, and they want to combine it. That's what Vecna needs all those kids to kind of use them as little rifts or whatever the hell to kind of collapse it and bring the worlds together. And that's where the cliffhanger ends at the end of episode 7. I'm like, their heads snap back and Vecna's there at the table with all the kids, and that's pretty much what's going on. But the explanations back and forth, they throw a couple here and there. You have Will helping Max and Molly escape. He actually gets into Vecna's mind through this Demogorgon that was dead or whatever. It's kind of like remind me of The Exorcist. Gets in his body and his mind and kind of starts snapping his limbs to allow them to escape because they looked like they were done for in this room with doors and shit. They end up finding the pathway to go there. Like I said, Max escapes, goes to her body. The only thing is she's so weak that she's in a wheelchair, right? So she can't fight the last battle from what I can see with the rest of them, but she's there support and stuff. Then you have that was the number 2 big moment for me, guys. Is what Will did the thing, and then Vecna ends up messing around with his mind and knocking him out, which that's why you had 11 had to go in that tub to find him in his subconscious and kind of rescue him, and they kind of come to the conclusion that, you know, he's after Max, and that's where they try and save her, and that's how every time I'm jumping back and forth, guys, trust me. It's a lot of that and shit, and a lot of backstory, which was good. Explain everything. To that point, whatever, everybody's thing, he ends up coming back, and there was a kind of like touchy moment that, which you knew was coming, but everybody knew anyways in the room, unless you're living under a rock, that Will comes out pretty much out of the closet that he's gay, that he likes, you know, dudes more, whatever, and everybody, he thought that everybody was going to leave him because Vecna was messing with his mind, that when they find the truth about you, you're going to be all alone. That wasn't the case. They embraced a little group hug. Good for them, you know, kind of thing. So, little things like that, but nothing like major. Nobody died. A lot of the backstory and how, you know, things are, and there's more to this upside down and the, you know, Hawkings and stuff and this wormhole and whatever, and the ooze and all these other little players and characters and why the kids are really there and all that. So I think the good stuff is coming. There's 1 episode left. Can't wait to see what happens. But the cliffhanger they left us with, I'm like, okay, what the hell? What they're going to do? Like, They don't even get you excited to kind of like say, okay, woo, we're going to get ready for this kind of fight. You know there's going to be a battle and all that stuff. Well, they pretty much lied it out that their plan is to go into the vortex as they go up the tower. The whole world's allow Vecna to do what he does, to bring them closer to where they need to, so they can put Elle in the middle of it, so she can go directly against Vecna and kill him, basically. That's their plan. And I'm like, this is going to go sideways in every direction kind of thing. But touchy moments between Harbour and her, 11, and your plan was always to kill yourself and blah. Shit like that, guys, But the whole team's reunited. They're all getting ready to fight Vecna and whatever he has to throw their way. So, anyways, overall, love the 3 episodes more than I did the first 4 because it explained stuff more and we know what's coming along, right? Or what we think is coming along. As for now, guys, this portion there, that was my official review and reaction there. Liked it, loved it a little bit more better than the first 4 episodes, I hope they stick the landing in the finale, which is, New Year's Eve. But anyways, my predictions. What do I think? Well, I know that probably 1 or possibly I'm thinking 2 or 3 people are going to die. If they're going to die. Seriously. Option B, Vecna's going to die. He's going to take out all of them except maybe one person's going to survive and then whatever. Do I think that Elle is going to die and not have that happy ending with Mike? I don't think so because I think everybody's expecting that. I think they may. But to what degree and if they are going to live out the rest of their life, I don't know. Will the 12 or 10, whatever little bitch I'll call her, sabotage things? Or would she kind of, after shit-talking Elle that you're not going to have this perfect life, will feel sorry for her and she'll sacrifice herself and step in her place to spare 11? That could be a possibility. The other possibility that's kind of like floating around there, which I'm kind of leaning towards, if this is like a hypothetical, guys, what if this is all in someone's mind? Which characters it is? It might be Mike's. He's in some mental institution there, and you see him wake up from his big dream or whatever the hell he's created this world in his mind, and it's either him with all these characters that he's come up with Vecna and all this upside down shit, or they're all there, and it's people he knows in this crazy asylum of some sort, crazy house, with all these people that he kind of considers friends that they've decided to, come up with this story. That's one possibility I would tell you guys. The other one is maybe it's a bunch of kids playing a Dungeons and Dragons game that they do with pieces. Instead of using pieces, they're using pieces as themselves and created this thing on the fly for all of us to follow. That's the only thing. Would it be a cool ending? I think it's an easy cop-out. I'm really hoping that whatever happened in like I like to call real time, and it wasn't just some crazy person making this shit up because he's on some crazy medication or maybe not, and his mind's going crazy. Whether it's Will or Elle, I'm thinking towards Will because I think Will might be the centered guy because he's the one who got kidnapped and all that shit, and now everything's going down on his anniversary of being taken, right? So I don't know where they're going to go with this, but for the most part, I hope it's not that. But I'm thinking that it could be a possibility. It's one of the kids, and they made all the shit up in their minds, and they're waking up, and their reality's hitting them, and then maybe they're going to get out at some point, and maybe they'll bump into these actual kids living in the town instead. I don't know. Either way, I hope it's good. I hope it sticks to the landing. You guys tell the king in the comment section below what you guys think. Do you think that that's what's going to happen? What are your predictions for the finale for the series and season 5? Go in the comment section below. So there you go, guys. That's my official Stranger Things season 5 part 2 review. I hope you guys liked it. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out our 2 upcoming or final, technically, 2025 podcast videos. One's going to be the top 5 movies of 2025, and the other one's going to be the top 5 anticipated films for 2026. From myself, I'm working on the Admiral to see if we can squeeze him in or something, because my schedule, guys, my personal schedule, man, I'm driving back and forth twice a day, at least 4 to 6 hours a day to check up on my grandfather. He's not doing well. He's, just wanted to make sure he's okay. Like he's 95 years old. So the king is going back and forth to see how he's doing. He doesn't pick up the phone, so the king has to go down. He's stubborn Greek man. So I'm going to check and see he's okay. So I'm kind of busy with that, and it's kind of hard to squeeze the admiral when I'm going in the morning and I'm going in the afternoon. The admiral's working and all that fun stuff, and he's only available when I'm driving to Toronto. And I don't feel like 8 o'clock at night bitching, complaining, and talking about movies sometimes. The king's drained. King's tired. I'm lucky to squeeze these videos like I do. So I don't know. There's a possibility if I don't get it, I'll get at least his top 5 lists of each, and I'll kind of like post it in each video. And then hopefully in the new year, when things calm down a little bit and the king restructures his life, he'll be able to squeeze the admiral and he can join us on a regular basis in 2026. But either way, there'll be 2 more videos. This Stranger Things, of course, finale will be, I don't think I'll be dropping it late New Year's Eve. I'm thinking New Year's Day is when it's going to be the first volume 8 episode of the movie Throne, a new looking movie Throne. So you're welcome. Go check that out. And of course, the anime Throne in the new year as well. So until then, be the hell good. Stay off the king's throne. And I'll see you guys definitely soon with 2 new videos coming your way within this upcoming week. So be the hell good.